Hi, today we're doing a review of the CVlife M-LOK Bipod supplied to us today by CVlife. So this is the box that got shipped to me. Totally plain except for a label on the bottom that says MidTen Tactical. Now I don't know if that's a sub-brand of CVlife, but CVlife did send this package, so let's assume that we're getting their bipod. And let's see what's inside. And yeah, it's their bipod, at least as far as the bipod that I saw on their website. Now, the bipod leg feels solid and well made. You get two bipod legs, and they are M-LOK. And underneath the tray, an Allen wrench for the install. But no printed instructions. But that's okay, this shouldn't be a problem. I've installed M-LOKs before, so this should be straightforward. So let's take a closer look. They feel pretty solid in my hands, and there's no noticeable defects, no gaps or anything major. There is some rough milling around the edges. There's some warping. I don't know if that's the finish or the metal underneath from rough milling. Certainly not sort of the high-end finishing work that you'd expect from higher-end brands, but par for the course for budget Chinese brands like CVlife or NC Star. Little pot marks in the middle there, but overall, they seem pretty well made. As I said, they're M-LOK, and the legs are the same size and dimensions, so that's good. And as you notice, there is a unique sawtooth design. I'm not sure what those are for other than aesthetics. The feet extend easily with big, robust gear teeth that lock solidly, and they're spring-loaded, so they pop back in and retract very quickly with just a press on the lever. But there is no fine adjustment on the height, so that may be a deal breaker for precision long-range shooters. The feet feel like hard plastic. They aren't rubberized, and they don't appear to be user replaceable, so you can't switch them out for spikes. You may be able to find some rubber feet for other bipods or walking sticks that you might be able to fit over them, but they are a little slick, so that's kind of disappointing. Anyway, let's go ahead and install them and see how they perform. So we're installing this today on my Kel-Tec Sub 2000 carbine. Now, I know this is a backpack rifle and most people don't put a bipod on the Sub 2000, but I wanted to be able to show you side by side how the CVlife bipod looks like in comparison to another bipod, in this case the UTG M-LOK Bipod on my AR. Here is the UTG Recon-Flex bipod on the left and the CVlife M-LOK Bipod on the right. Now I wanted to show you this because this is where manufacturers' specs don't always line up with reality. On paper, the CVlife bipods extend to 9 inches, whereas the UTG only extend to 8 inches. But as you can see, at full extension, both of them are effectively the same length. So here they are fully retracted and stowed, and I've aligned them by their pivot points. Now, on paper, the UTG is at ½ an inch longer, but as you can see, the difference in length when they're fully retracted is at best a ¼ inch, maybe an eighth. The CVlife website states that the bipods weigh 10 ounces, but on my weighing, I found them to weigh closer to 10.8 ounces, which is the weight of the UTG bipods. Here's a UTG bipod leg at 5.4 ounces, and here's the CVlife leg at 5.5 ounces. Now in practice, I actually found them much easier to use than my UTG bipod. Pulling on the legs releases the locking mechanism, which I could do one-handed, even with my weak hand. I could extend the feet very easily, and they provided a very solid feel. No creep or creak left or right. I did note a little bit more play forward and back, as the gear teeth locking mechanism on the CVlife has a bit wider tolerances than the gear lugs on the UTG, but certainly acceptable. In any case, it should provide a solid, stable platform for long-range shooting. Stowing was made even easier with a spring-loaded feet, and easily done one-handed. And this is where I think I discovered the reason behind the unique design of the legs. The unique sawtooth design starts to make sense when the bipod is stowed along the length of the rifle's barrel. Now, this feels a little rough on bare hands because I think this was made for tactical gloves. As you wrap your hand around your handguard and the bipod, your fingers naturally wrap around the teeth and provide a very firm hold, which you wouldn't have with smooth bipod legs. So that's a neat feature. So there you go, the CVlife M-LOK Bipod. Now, normally, I'd take this to the range and fire off 100 rounds to really test it out, but unfortunately, due to COVID, my local range is closed, and just like the restaurants, we have no idea when they're going to reopen. But hopefully, what you saw here will help you decide if this bipod is right for you. I certainly liked it. In fact, I actually liked it better than my UTG bipod, which I found surprising. And if you like this review, please press the like button and share it with your shooting buddies on Facebook, forums, and social media. And be sure to hit the subscribe and notification button, because as soon as the range opens up, I'm taking this puppy out there for some trigger time, and you'll be the first to be notified when I post a follow-up video. Until then, be safe out there. Moondog out.